We need a bigger bowl. Yeah, that'll work. Nobody showed up yet. Of course they haven't. All right, tear that out. That's a big enough bowl. Worst part about cooking is never having the right size bowl. Like whatever size bowl you need, you're gonna need a bigger one. Trust me. What's it say? 36. Oh, hang on. I gotta do some math. This is gonna be a lot of chicken. Where? Ah, here it is. Okay. 36 divided by 3, 12. That's way too much. Okay. The person I'm making this for would absolutely disagree and say that there is no such thing as too much. Okay, so welcome back to my channel. For those who no one showed up yet, but for anybody who watches this later, took too much out now. That still looks like a lot of chocolate chips. There we go. Works for me. Still looks like a lot, but according the scale says it's not a lot. So is that on ounces? That is on ounces. Okay. So we're actually kind of cheating today. Cheese It, what's up? Hey, what's up, Cheese It? So we're kind of cheating today. Yesterday I was not feeling well, and it was my husband's birthday, and he really wanted some these Ghirardelli dark chocolate brownies. So that's what we're making today. Oh, get back up here. But we're also making something else. It's me. I know where you live. Oh, I know who Cheese It is. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is you can shut up now. The scale is yelling at me. Right. So yesterday was my husband's birthday. He wanted these Ghirardelli dark chocolate brownies, and I was not feeling well, so I ended up not making them for him. So we're making them for him today. One thing I will say is home cooking can be from a box. You don't feel guilty just because you make, like, your kids are like, oh, I want a birthday cake. If you can't make it from scratch and you're just making it from a box, that still counts. There's effort and time put into that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get these started first, and then we'll get on to the thing that I'm making from scratch, because somebody else Cheese It. I'm eating rice. You're eating the rice. Are you eating the chicken that we got for you? Hi, Jill. Angela Newland. Hi, Angela. So somebody else who may or may not be in the comments also requested that I make something, and she's been requesting it since the beginning of December, and I have yet to make it. So I'm making it for her, as well as something for my husband. Chicken's gone. Oh. So you ate the chicken first? I mean, fair, understandable. Okay. So for the boxes, it just said that each box needed half a cup of oil. So a cup of oil. And a fourth cup of water. So since we're making 2 boxes, half a cup of water, and then eggs. Oh, there they are. Each egg, each box wants one egg. So my chickens are molting right now, so they're not laying eggs. So we actually had to go and buy eggs this week. A lot of people will tell you that if you want your chickens to lay eggs throughout the year and not to take a break during molting, to use like a light. And we just prefer to let our chickens have that break to just do what they need to do. Because there's only 9 of them. It's not like we're depending on them for like a livelihood or anything. So they have slowly started to start laying again. The chickens have. Um, where we usually get about 6 to 7 eggs a day, we are now getting like we were getting absolutely none because they've been using um, your chickens take in protein, and then they use that protein to produce their eggs. But when they're molting, they use that um, to this has chocolate chips in it. I did not realize it had chocolate chips in it. Cool. So yeah, when they're molting, they use that their protein that they take in to reproduce their winter feathers, which help them to stay warm. Um, where is there it is. But their molting process is pretty much over now. So they have started to lay eggs again. And right now we're getting about 1 a day. So the production will slowly increase as they stop molting, as they finish with their molting process. But yeah, I didn't realize this had chocolate chips in it, and so I thought they were lumps, and I was trying to beat the lumps out. um, yeah. Okay. These need to bake at 325. And then we're just gonna pour this into a greased pan. Now, usually when I make dark chocolate Ghirardelli brownies, first of all, I don't use a brownie mix. Not because there's anything wrong with a brownie mix, I just typically don't. No, uh, no real reason other than I usually have the ingredients to make brownies just already. Uh, I keep a lot of things on hand as a staple. So it doesn't make sense to me to go and buy a box mix when I already have the ingredients, but we're low on flour. I didn't have enough flour to do this and what I was making for a certain somebody. So we're going to put that in. And as per usual, I have to go and take the box out of the trash to find out what time, how long to leave it in. About 40-45 minutes. Uh, and I have ADHD, so I'm not going to be able to keep track of that time. Chicken's gone. Cat says, mm-hmm. Obviously, tisk tisk 6 7. Okay. There we go. Let that go. Don't need that. And while we're doing that, we'll okay. So the next thing I have, it calls for a cup of butter, which I already have in here, and that's supposed to get creamed with 3/4 cup of sugar. I had to stop and remember what I put in here, and 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and we're just gonna crank that. Well, don't crank it too hard. So while we're sitting here waiting for this to cream, I thought we would talk about some writing because a lot of people get like I see a lot of people on threads asking for different types of writing advice, and I thought it would be fun to kind of share what writing advice I've learned over the years or over the time. And the one question that seems to pop up a lot is, especially from people who are better known as pantsers. They don't really have a plot. They don't have an outline. Um, they just kind of write by the seat of their pants, and um, and sometimes even the plotters have the same problem. But the one of the problems that I see a lot of is that people ask for opinions on is, what do I do when I get stuck? You know, um, so if they've got the plot kind of going, and then all of a sudden they get to a part and they're like, okay, I know what comes next, but how do I get from where I am in the story to where I want to go later in the story? And the advice, I always give them the same advice because it was advice that was given to me and it works every single time, which is um, just go back 6 pages, erase the last 6 pages, and make a different choice. Okay, so now we need to add the eggs. Again, they're over here. This one needs 2 eggs. And odds are, if you go back 6 pages, and I know that seems like a lot, especially when with some of us who like it takes a lot to get just 6 pages written, and it feels like so much to say, oh, just erase the last 6 pages, and you're sitting there thinking how many hours it took you to get that 6 pages in the first place, and you really don't want to get rid of those 6 pages, but trust me, go back 6 pages, even if you have to like cut them and put them in a different file. Put that timer sound was horrid. I'm sorry. Um, can't be helped though. It's necessary. Um, and then you also need we put 2 eggs in, and now we're putting in a teaspoon of vanilla. But if you go back 6 pages and you take that 6 pages and you just cut them and paste them into a different document, um, and just put that aside, and then go back those 6 pages and make a different decision, whatever the decision was at that point, because there's decisions being made on every page. So take that decision and change it, make a different decision, go a different route. And oftentimes, like for me, every time I followed that advice, and there was times where I got stuck and I was only 6 pages in. So it meant starting the story all over again. And yeah, it's not pleasant. It's not nice. But like, what else are you gonna do? Like just try it. And like I said, oh no. Okay. Cheez It says, I wrote a short story once. It was an Alice in Wonderland story about racism and self growth. And Marvin went bananas. Marvin is her chihuahua. And apparently he didn't like the sound of the alarm. And Marvin's a demon, so I have no apologies for that dog. Uh, he is honestly one of my favorite animals in the world. Uh, but I love to drive him nuts. I live to drive him nuts. Okay, so then it says to gradually add the flour mixture. The flour mixture is 2¼ cup of flour, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda. So we're just gonna add that in. Oh, yeah. Stir faster, but don't make a mess. And then nice. And then we're stirring in about 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Cheese it. If you have no idea what I'm making by this point, I can't help you. Jesus said Marvin tried to kill her, and Angela says Marvin says, I'm just a baby. He is just a baby. He is the best baby in the world. He's a demon, but I love him to death. His sister dog is a complete, also a Chihuahua, but also a complete cuddle bug. She's the kind of dog that if you just pet her, she will tell you where the family silver is hidden. Silver, jewels, money, whatever. She will give you the entire house and turn on her entire family. Marvin will eat you alive. Marvin is the epitome of Chihuahua. Okay, so now we are going to put this in a greased pan, and it's got to go in for like 10 minutes at 375. But it's going to end up longer because the brownies have to cook at 325, so about 50 degrees less than what this does. The goods, Cheez It says. Yeah, Cheez It has figured out what I'm making. There he goes. Yeah, so theoretically, what I have made is chocolate chip cookie dough. It's not chocolate chips, cookies. Not in the sense of actual chocolate chip cookies. I actually made some chocolate chip cookies earlier, which is what prompted Cheez It to ask for this in the first place. And I had to because now my husband, his favorite kind of cookie is an oatmeal craisin chocolate chip cookie. So it's like an oatmeal cookie with cranberries and dried cranberries and chocolate chips in it and nuts. Um, so I made his favorite cookie, but I told him that I was making chocolate chip cookies because I myself was craving chocolate chip cookies, which is only a half truth. I was craving chocolate chip cookies and like a good chocolate chip cookie. I don't care what you say. There is no good store bought chocolate chip cookie. Um, my chocolate chip cookies are just better. So um, I wanted some chocolate chip cookies, some good chocolate chip cookies, and but I also wanted to make him his cookies for Christmas. But I had to keep him from figuring out that that's what I was doing. So I made his cookies first while he was out in the shop working. And at one point, he came in and I had them covered because I knew that there was a good chance he might come in, to use the restroom or to get a drink of water or whatever. Um, and I didn't want him to ruin his surprise. So I had him covered, which he thought I had him covered just to keep him warm. And I was more than willing to let him believe that. And then I made some chocolate chip cookies so that if he came in, otherwise he'd be like, "Well, I thought you said you were making chocolate chip cookies, and I saw that you had cookies, but I don't see any chocolate chip cookies." So I made chocolate chip cookies. And when you're the only one making the dessert, you get to lick the bowl all you want. Just saying. But so I made chocolate chip cookies to cover up the fact that I had made his cookies, and of course I let cheese it in on my um, plan, and she made the comment of you need to make chocolate chip cookie bars. So I'm making her some chocolate chip cookie bars. Um, as far as what I'm reading currently, I am reading Paragon Exordium by Michael Melwassel. I started with the uh, audiobook because it is available on audiobook, and um, I enjoyed the book enough that I am going to make a review but uh, video about it, which I will probably do that tonight when I finish the book because I'm almost done with it. Um, Angela says, "So you mean you lied to your husband?" Yes, of course I lied to my husband. I will always lie to my husband when it comes to gifts because otherwise I am terrible about keeping secrets and I will just tell him exactly what I got. It's one of the reasons why I try to buy his Christmas presents so early. Uh, a lot of it, one of his Christmas presents I bought um, a while back, and then his birthday present, like I said, his birthday was yesterday, but I bought his birthday present back in like June or July so that I could wrap it up and forget what I had gotten him. And as a matter of fact, I forgot so good that I forgot that I even had the gift. It wasn't until I was looking for something else in my office that I stumbled upon the gift that I'd gotten him for his birthday, and I was like, "Oh, yeah," because I was sitting there trying to think, "What am I going to get this man for his birthday?" And then when I was looking around the office for something for one of my activity days for church, um, I stumbled across the package, and I was like, "Oh, I don't actually have to get him anything for his birthday because I got him something. I just don't know what it is I got him." Turned out I got him a bunch of shirts. Um, so, and he liked them. So, apparently I knew that he wanted those shirts, but I had forgotten that I had bought them. So, go me. Um, I did get him some Father's Day presents. Lord only knows if I'm gonna remember what the presents were when I because they're coming tomorrow. Um, he wanted some more Christ-centered neckties for Christmas. So I bought him 5 different ties with nativity scenes because we go to so many different Christmas get-togethers and parties that are church related or where he's wearing a tie. So I figured 5 ties should hold him well enough. Um, Oy, 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 oy. um, but um, yeah, so I bought him 5 nativity ties for Christmas. That those will get wrapped up and put up on a shelf in my office, and I will probably forget that I had gotten them for him. Just because that's par for the course for me. Um, but by Father's Day, he will be surprised, and so will I. So it works out. But yeah, I am almost done with Paragon Exordium. I will probably finish that today and make a video about it for tonight. Um, it's about so as you can see on the cover, the sky has shattered and new buildings have arrived. Oh, my niece came over for to lick the bowl apparently. So oh, that has water in it. You don't want to lick that. Never mind. So this is the one that wants the uh chocolate chip cookie bars. It's not unlocked. It's just got a stool in front of it because I was.
Oh, that's what that sound was. I was like, I don't remember her door sounding like.
Yeah. So before the live stream, there's some different little home projects my husband and I have been doing. Let me show you real quick. So on our front door, we have this frame here, and that was all white, and I wanted it to be black and kind of stand out. And for those of you following along about the train track saga, it is all put in. He's just putting the wood glue in it. He's um uh got to work on the tracks a little bit more, and then he will uh sort through the trains and find out which trains he wants on it. But yeah, the Paragon Exordium, the sky shatters and magic is reintroduced to the world. New buildings show up. There's earthquakes and everything, and a lot of people die. Um, One guy, Peter Blair, that's the guy on the front of the cover, I guess. He has a sword that he was given by a doctor, um, Dr. Walker, who turns out to be a mythological dwarf. And she has magic powers, and she gave him basically a magic talking sword. And then um, there's another girl, Sarah Young, who is a journalist, and she gets magic powers and finds out that there's a whole host of responsibilities that comes with it, and a council forms, and basically Peter is constantly at war with the council because the council like any governing agent wants to control everything. And um, okay, we got a third person. We got Angela and Cheese It. Who's the third person? Go ahead and say hi because we can't see who you are unless you comment. Um, but yeah, he's the leader of a private military group that is trying to basically just keep peace and order. Like I said, the book itself I'm enjoying. The audiobook is a wild ride, and I will talk more about that in my review video. Yeah, where'd you go? think she went back home because she realized that the cookie bars weren't done. So anyway, so what's everybody else reading? I know Angela's reading a book. The question isn't if Angela's reading a book. The question is if Angela can pull herself away from whatever she's doing long enough to tell me what book she's reading. Mm, when the timer gets down to 20, I'm going to put the cookie bars in. I don't know. I would love to say what book I'm gonna do afterwards. After I'm done with this one, but I can't because I haven't done the TBR pool yet. So when I pull it out of the jar, which I'll make a video for that. And for anyone wondering, originally the way I was originally going to do this was I was going to review the book, and then at the end of the reviewing the book, I was going to pull a number. The problem with that is that sometimes I'm not happy with how the review video goes, and I can't change it if I've already drawn the number and shown off the book. So for me, it's just easier to do the review video separate from the TBR video and go from there. I'm a little bit mixed on what I want the next book to be, as far as whether I want a long book or a short book. Angela says, I'm reading The End of Her by Sherry Lupina. Nice. Angela does buddy reading with one of her friends. Cheese It, what are you wearing? What are you eating? Don't tell me what you're wearing. I know what you're wearing. You're just So Cheese It is Kat, who was popped up in my kitchen, who apparently has vanished into thin air. I didn't hear her leave. Did anybody else hear her leave? I didn't hear her leave. But yeah. Cheese It, what are you eating? What are you reading? If anything. But yeah, I'm a little bit torn on what I want for the next book as far as length. On one hand, um, I want a shorter book just so that I can because I get through short books fairly quickly. I mean, long books like this, I tend to get through fairly quickly when I have the time. I've been off of work since Saturday, so I've had all of Saturday and all of yesterday and most of today to read it. And I actually started it. When did I start reading this? I don't know. I think we started reading it Saturday morning. My husband and I went on a road trip down to South Carolina, and we put the audiobook on. And like I said, the audiobook was wild. um, and we listened to a good portion of it on that road trip. And then when we got back home, like I said, I wasn't feeling very well at all yesterday. So yesterday I was in bed, either sleeping or reading. Reading the book, fine. Listening to the audiobook, a bit wild. The narrator lacks something to be desired. He wasn't bad. I'm reading Robert Burns' poems. Cheez It says. So, which I guess that means that Cheez It has gone back home. She slipped out without me seeing it. I still don't know who the third person is. But hey, if you don't want to chat, that's fine. I'm not going to force you to chat. We're just glad you're here and hanging out with us. But if you want to let us know what you're reading, that would be good too. But yeah, I kind of want a short book just because I want to have something a little bit lighter to read for the rest of this week. On the other hand, I would like to have another thick book because one of the things I don't want during the December, I get bogged down with seasonal depression, and so I just don't feel like doing anything, including reading. And what I don't want is to have towards the end of the year big, thick books that I just can't get through because I want all of these authors to have a chance to, um, you know, get seen. So on one hand, I would like to have another big book that I can kind of go through. Bonus points if it's available on audiobook, but not Gen AI digital voice. Can I come show you what I made? Obviously, yes. Please come over and show me what you made. Uh, my niece. Let's be honest, what she really wants is she wants to be over here so that she can get the cookie bars as soon as they come out of the oven. But yeah, and if it's a fantasy like this, like I don't really have a hard time with fantasies. Like fantasies this thick, I can usually get through fairly quickly just because they're so much fun and easy to read. Um, but you know, that's just I guess that's just my preference. I'll turn you over here so we can get the dishes done up. Um, I like I said, I like fantasy. I like I said it before that I like pirate tales and stuff like that. Um, which is interesting because I don't necessarily write those genres. I don't write pirate tales, even though I really enjoy them. I don't write like I write fantasy, but it's more like a middle grade fantasy. Try not to take out the stool this time. Oh, she hasn't come over yet. Let me go move the stool so she doesn't try to kill herself again. There we go. I complained to my husband that I'm short, and so being the wonderful person that he is, he decided that he would make a stool for me because he does a lot of woodworking. And that was actually a lot of what he was working on in the shop while I was making his cookies. Was he was building my little step stool for me. She's avoiding her schoolwork. Uh, okay, so Angela says that Jesus is avoiding her schoolwork. Jesus says, I'm not. Are you sure? Because, I mean, we all know how much we all love schoolwork. figured your schoolwork was done when you came over. So, as for me myself, I am still working on my own story. Like I said, I typically don't. I read and write fantasy, but my fantasy is more middle grade fantasy. So my protagonist, my main character, is an 11-year-old girl. And I've talked about this before. Her mother, she finds out that her mother is a princess from a small European country, and that her father is Santa Claus. And that gives her kind of a dual destiny of she can either take on the role of Mrs. Claus, so she can get married and find a husband who is worthy of the title of Santa Claus and be the next Mrs. Claus, or she can take her place on the throne of this small European country and be a queen. It really ends up being up to her, and her parents assure her that it doesn't matter what choice she makes, that they are going to accept the choice, whatever she does. So she gets to spend time in the North Pole with her father, and she gets to go to like the Christmas Council and meet all the other Christmas spectrals of the world, which has put me down a very interesting. She finished the KCA stuff. Okay, so you finish the KCA stuff, which is, out of homeschool stuff. Now you need to get your homeschool stuff. Let me guess, your algebra isn't done yet. Hey,
I've been here for like 5 minutes.
I can't help it that you're quiet. So yeah, Kat came back.
Been back.
Apparently she's been back for the last 5 minutes, and I didn't know because, I've just been here rambling, and she's been just standing there listening to me.
Yep.
And then
Made slime. But I double bagged it.
you made what?
Slime.
Slime?
Yeah, but it is in the 2-buck bag, so it's safe.
Ah. Well, the camera is turned if you want to come over and show the camera.
It's white.
Yeah, you got to remember it's backwards.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm like, look.
Look at what I made.
It's squishy. You just take glue and contact solution and baking soda, and then you like
Very technical terms.
and then you put it in a bag so it doesn't dry out. It's glue.
So did you get your algebra homework done?
No, I'm doing that later.
Uh-huh.
It's on my list of stuff to do, so it'll bother me if I don't do it.
All right, so what I'll do is when the cookie bars are done, I'll give them to your mom, and you can have them when your homework's done.
Torture.
So right now, where I am in the story that I'm writing is Katie, the main character, has not yet figured out that her dad is Santa Claus or that her mom is a princess. She is living with her aunt and uncle because um, kids can't be at the North Pole until they are at least 11 years old. And she's only recently turning 11. And her aunt and uncle are basically just waiting for uh, her mom and dad to decide what happens next. Um, so in the meantime, she was living in a bedroom with her cousins. Uh, she has 9 cousins, and let's see, 3 of them are girls. Three of her cousins are girls, and so she shares a room with them. And for the most part, they all get along pretty well. The A lot of her older female cousins, uh, they see her very much as a sister. They know that everybody knows that she's a cousin. So none of them are led to believe that she's not. Um, the youngest one, however, uh, while they get along well enough, the youngest one starts exhibiting jealousy because um, her dad has a nickname for all of the kids, including Katie. His nickname for Katie is Princess, simply because she is quite literally a princess. And um, uh, Emma, the younger cousin, thinks that her name should be Princess because she's the youngest girl. She's the youngest of her dad's daughters, and she feels like Katie has stolen her name, uh, and that she should be called Princess because of being the youngest girl. What she doesn't realize is that the reason her dad calls her Princess is because she's literally a princess, and instead of calling his youngest daughter Princess, he calls her Slick, and he calls her Slick because she quite literally is slick. She's constantly getting away with things. Um, and At one point, they're at a bake sale, and this is actually a great example of a book that I had to go back. I'd get 6 pages into the story, only to realize that it wasn't going right. It wasn't going where I thought it should go, and I kept getting stuck. So I'd have to keep going back 6 pages, which for me meant going back to page 1. I would get 6 or 7 pages into the whole story, get stuck, and realize, oh crap, I gotta go back. Something's wrong. I do not know why that is a popular thing. It literally, I can't imagine that. Like, from what I've looked up, it literally means nothing.
Yep.
But what else is new? I mean, most of the stuff kids think is funny is meaningless. And I don't think that it was much different when we were kids. A lot of the stuff that we used to say didn't really mean a whole lot of anything. So, just this generation's uh, meaningless slang. And they're welcome to it. Back when all the kids were saying skibbity, I was saying skibbity a lot, and my niece here kept telling me that I was using it wrong. And I pointed out to her, I'm 45. I'm not supposed to use it correctly. Yep, old people problems.
You
Um,
are the problem.
I am the problem. Probably. I am very much a problem, and I'm okay with that. We got about 4 minutes left on the goodies.
4 minutes.
Yeah, well, 5 minutes. It's like 4 minutes and 48 seconds.
You lied.
Yes. You don't think I'm just gonna lie to my husband, do you? I gotta lie to everybody else. I'm an equal opportunity liar. Tisk tisk. Yes.
What's that?
What?
What is that?
We're not sure. It's something somebody gave us, and we were too polite to turn it down.
Have you tasted it?
We're not that brave.
Have you sniffed it?
No.
Have you opened it?
No.
Are you gonna open it?
Probably not.
Don't. We should go outside and see what.
So, the kind of company I keep, homemade gifts are touch and go. It's either something that is totally delicious or completely useful, or it's something absolutely disgusting that was given as a prank, and there is no in between.
Is it peanut butter?
Might be some kind of butter. It might be like a pear butter or an almond butter or something like that.
It looks nutty.
It looks nutty.
Mm-hmm. We could open it outside and find out.
You are more than welcome to do that.
Can I do that now?
If you want.
Yay! I thought it had. Can't promise I'll taste it.
I once had a friend that gave me a candle, and she swore that it was one of those candles that had a prize in it. And so I was thinking it was like one of those candle rings, where they put a ring at the bottom of the candle. It wasn't. The prize at the bottom was a putrid vomit smell. So, like I said, I have a hard time trusting homemade gifts from some of my friends because I never know what they're going to give me. There are certain friends that I know for a fact, like I have most of my church friends are great because if they give me something, it's usually one of them gave me some sugar scrub, and another one gave me some.
It kind of smells like
Coffee?
chili.
It smells like chili.
Like that chili paste kind of thing.
Okay.
It doesn't smell horrible, so if you
Okay,
want
so it's probably food then,
yeah.
which means it's probably safe.
Yeah.
And well, it's safe for me, not for Tim.
Personally, I would.
Well, you don't like spicy stuff anyway. My husband is actually allergic to capsaicin, so he can't. Huh? Delicious. So he can't have anything with hot peppers. The capsaicin in bell peppers and banana peppers don't seem to bother him, but anything hotter than that, like the jalapeno peppers, tend to cause him to have like his throat to start closing up. That is weird.
Yeah.
It smells savory.
Yeah. Wasn't crazy. Like I wasn't sure if it was just savory, if it was like a chili.
Or maybe nutty.
Yeah.
It's like a roasted nut type flavor.
Yeah. I ain't tasting it. You can taste it. I ain't.
Just go ahead and close it back up.
It's like
I just had lunch. I don't want to lose it.
you wanna bury it.
Bury it.
And
Good.
then the people who get your house snacks will dig it up and they'll be like, what the heck is these?
Okay.
There's soap in this.
Yes.
Is it hand soap?
No, it's dish soap. But I mean,
Yeah.
it works as good.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the. I just realized we don't have the light on, so it's kind of dark.
Nar.
Hey, let there be light. I don't know if that helps at all. But yeah, there's the brownies. I think the cookies.
This is a hand drying towel.
Yeah. So one of the things I like to keep on hand in the kitchen is these bamboo skewers, but I don't use them as like shish kebabs or anything. I use them for testing cakes and stuff.
I don't think it's ready.
No. Well, it helps if I stop stabbing chocolate. Because, of course, the melted chocolate is going to come out. But, yeah, it's not ready yet. I'm going to kick this up to 375 where it's supposed to be for this to cook. And we'll leave it. So, the cookie bars, they look good. But they're just not done. And we'll give them another maybe 10 minutes. But I think we'll go ahead and end the live stream. The gift of stink. Yeah.
Did my mother say?
Yes, your mother said that. So we're at almost an hour, so we'll go ahead and end the live stream, and we'll see you guys. Like I said, I will probably be doing another video tonight, and that'll go live tomorrow. At least that's what I said on Instagram because I'm confident I'm going to finish this. I only have yeah, 54. I only have that much of the book to go. I'm on chapter 54, so I'll probably finish that tonight and make the video, which is what I said I was going to do on Instagram anyway. And then Wednesday, I will do a video. I will do a video for the TBR jar pull, and then Thursday it's back to work. So, depending on how long it takes me to get through the next book, will determine on whether or not I have another book review video or another live stream. So we'll see. The kid has left. And yeah, that ends the live stream. I'll see you guys later. Bye.